Good evening and welcome to the Town of Waterboro Planning Board meeting, June 1st, 2011. We are all present except Judy this evening. She did call and state she was not going to be available tonight, so she's been excused. Our first appointment this evening is Green Court Acres. It's a 20-lot subdivision. It's a preliminary plan review. Map 4, Lot 22, off the West Road. Bill Thompson of VIII is the person representing the applicant this evening. Sure.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm Bill Thompson with VIII Engineers, here with Mark McCallum from the development group Waterboro LLC. Green Court Acres, we've been before you, probably a couple of years ago now, when we took this project quite a ways through the review process, and then between the economy and a bunch of things, we slowed the process down, and we were back here in, I believe it was October, and got the dialogue and discussion going, and the board indicated that we really needed to do the meetings all over again and go through the process because of the amount of time that had gone by. So what we're proposing from the plan here, and I'm sure everyone got a reduced set of plans, hopefully you can read them, is the 20-lot subdivision on 29.9 acres of property coming in off the West Road. We'll have an access road that is presently Pole Line Drive, and be renamed, come in with a turnaround at the end here, serving the 20 lots. We also have a second entrance for emergency vehicles coming out onto what's called Barb's Way, and that'll be improved to a 20-foot wide gravel roadway. The main road coming in will be 24-foot with your 3-foot shoulders. Early before we started the development of the residential lots, there were wells developed up here as part of the Water District's agreement with the landowner. Those wells were developed, and a water line was extended out to the West Road. We are going to utilize that water main in that gravel construction road, and hydrants have been placed and house services are in, so this project will be served by public water, or at least water supplied by the district, and each lot will have an on-site septic system. All the soil tests have been done to support those uses. As part of our design also, stormwater was a big component, qualified for a DEP stormwater permit, which has been granted. We have infiltration proposed. We have a variety of areas where this is a very gravelly site. Everything up and around this area has the characteristics of a gravel pit, and there was gravel mined out of this area here years ago. So infiltration worked really well. DEP has signed off on that permit, and every submission packet has a copy of that. And my full submission packet was resubmitted October 25th, 2010, with all the soil tests, letters on the stormwater, wetland issues, abutters, deeds, a whole litany of documents that are required under your preliminary approval ordinance. We will have underground electric serving all the lots. When we come in off Pole Line Drive, which is an existing road serving some homes, we will upgrade that to a town standard, so that this road will at some point be offered as a town road. We did a site walk back in 2008, had a public hearing in 2008. A while back, not too far back, the code enforcement officer had some questions, I guess, about some of the earlier lots that were divided off from the original Bean property, Glen Bean. They were not part of what my client has purchased, but they needed to be identified if they were done within the 5-year window of a subdivision local regulation. We met with Patty Berry and have agreed to show them, and I've renumbered them as not just a letter designation, but a letter number designation, and changed my index key up here. And the indication from the attorney and from Patty Berry is that as long as they were shown on the subdivision plan, they do not get reviewed as a subdivision lot, but do not really become part of the subdivision, but they are part of the original holdings, I guess, of Glen Bean. So we've done that, and there's one lot down here in the corner and a couple on this Pole Line Drive. So we're hoping that that has satisfied, I guess, the questions that came up about that. I have met with Tom Urscher a few weeks back and gave Tom a set of plans and went down through his checklist, well, not his, but the town's subdivision checklist takes you through preliminary review. And my letter to the board through Tim Nelson, dated May 10th, goes through some of the summary of what I just mentioned about some of the lots that have been divided out. And in Tom Urscher's review, my two-page letter responds to some of those questions that he had on the checklist. And if you want, Mr. Chairman, I'll go down through those.
You wanted to go through them, or have you all looked at them? Okay, we're fine.
Okay. So again, we've met, and the plans reflect all of those changes or adjustments that were required. So we're here tonight, hoping to move forward, get preliminary approval. We can provide you with more plans. The lots are laid out, the front corners have been laid out, so we feel like we've come a long way, and like to move forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. Any questions for Mr. Thompson?
On Barb's Way, you said you're going to be maintaining that to a 20-foot. That only goes down to like approximately the middle of Lot H, correct? To the left of Lot H, that's still owned in fee by Lot F?
Yeah, the point right here on Barb's Way, this is all owned by the applicant.
Okay.
And then this is owned by, I believe, Lot
Gagney.
which is Gagney, correct.
So what happens at that point? It just stays as the original?
We upgrade it to 20-foot wide.
You're going to upgrade it all the way to town? Okay.
Yeah. They don't have ownership of it, but they can upgrade it because they do have an easement to pass and repass across
Okay.
that piece of land.
Any further questions? What's the board's pleasure? This is preliminary.
Yes, I make a motion, we approve preliminary and move forward.
Okay. Is there a second on that?
Sure, I'd second it.
Frank seconds it. Any discussion on it? Are we going to keep this in-house for review, or are we sending this out for review?
Patty's letter was that it goes out to the original party that reviewed it.
Both Southern Maine and Tom has
This new one?
Originally?
It's been too long, I can't.
Yeah,
They did the original review, but,
Right.
I mean, it's a new one, but there's no changes really, you know.
It's really just
a
renumbering.
timing, that's right. It's just a timing issue.
I'm good with moving it forward. It's
Okay.
been, you know what I mean, like, it's just basically typo edits. Although there are butters that have changed, but that'll, you know, we do public hearing, they'll,
I already did a public hearing.
but I mean, when the butters have changed since we've done the public hearing. So, we'll capture them on the next public hearing.
All right. I'll call for a vote then. All those in favor of approving it as preliminary, moving it forward, please indicate by raising your hand. Opposed? Unanimous.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just for clarification, when the final comes in, Tom reviews it?
Tom?
Yep.
Tom.
And just, thank you. One other clarification, does the board want to inform the applicant of a public hearing date, or forecasted date?
Did we do another public hearing?
Oh, we did.
We did one, but if butters haven't changed, and in the letter from Patty, she makes mention of that also, that if the butters have changed. You can,
May have
it's the board's
changed it, yeah.
discretion whether or not you wish to or not,
We can do it all in the same evening, hold a public hearing prior to the
back to
meeting.
back.
Yeah.
Do it back to back.
Okay, great, thank you.
So we'll schedule an additional public hearing above what's required, but
Okay, that's fine.
Just to cover our bases. Andy, you have a question?
Yeah, I was just thinking, is there a way that we can see, I know I haven't seen the property.
Yeah.
You know, I don't believe you've seen the property.
Gravel road for the sewer construction is all passable.
So I guess I'm asking, can I just swing out there and take a look at it?
Mark?
Yeah, just drive it out. It's all in, we basically drive it out and have that.
Okay,
You can.
right.
As long as
We
it's
stop,
numbers
it goes
and
across
stuff.
the power line of the water company, the power line stop. We go to the power line.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, if Andy or any other board members want to go out, we could accompany them.
You gotta do it one, I mean, you can't,
Yeah,
you
if
can
you-
do it as a gang, then you gotta schedule
If we do it
it.
as a gang, we have to set it as a meeting. If Andy
Yeah.
wants to go out and take a look at it
Yeah.
by himself or Tim,
Yeah.
They're
that's
welcome
fine.
to. It's-
Okay, they have permission from the owner. Yep, we'll leave it at that. Thank you.
if you want to be out there, Mark,
If you let me
maybe
know, I could be out there, sure.
they can let you know. They can let Tina know if you don't get a hold of
Okay,
her.
yeah, that'd be
Okay.
fine.
But
He
it's
does
all,
have my number.
it's all right to drive through without.
Oh, yeah, no problem, no blockage
Just
or
curious.
anything right through.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Easy to go out back and forth. Yeah.
All right?
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
From Tina on a schedule.
Yes, you will.
That's good.
Next on the agenda is minutes from previous meetings, February 23rd and April 6th meeting.
Make a motion to approve February 23rd's minutes.
It's been moved.
I'll second it.
It's second by Tim. Any discussion? All in favor? April 6th. What's today, 6/1?
Okay, 6/1, yeah.
Make a motion to approve the April 6 minutes.
You move that, second on that?
Sure.
Tim? Any discussion on it? All in favor, please indicate by raising your hand. Opposed? Unanimous. Moving right along. Officers have no reports, old business. Communications, in our packet for communications, there's a letter from Patty for a notice of violation, stop work order. For a suspected gravel pit on 1156 Ocas Trail.
You were-
Miscellaneous. John from Patco. I'm not even going to try it, John, because I'll butcher it.
John Karamahales is my last name.
Karen Mahala.
Just going back to that other one, and the one you just approved there, the public hearing, when was the public hearing held on that? Do you, because Mark Cunningham is right on the corner there, and my daughter and him live there. And he get that house built for him, like, I think he moved in last April.
It's 2008.
So, I mean, you know, he knows nothing about this, but I'll talk to him tonight or tomorrow, and he can just come and see the plan at your office anyway, right? Yeah, so,
I actually think that may be one of the out sales that they have.
yeah, because he's like literally the first one on the road on the right, and like I said, he knows nothing about it, so. But, anyway, basically what I'm here to just kind of really go over you very quickly tonight, is just to get your feedback. We are looking at the property, the Dayton Sand and Gravel on, I don't have one for you. Do you need one?
Give me one of them.
Okay. I have a bigger one that I can let Tom look at if you want me to. No, it's took off. But basically, the Dayton Sand and Gravel has this large parcel, and they gave a big part of it to the school to do the middle school, and then they gave, well, I shouldn't say they gave, in connection with, I believe it was Foglio and Kasperzak gave the town some land to put a library on or something. And so this is all part of that whole process. They retained, pull this big plan out, they essentially retained this whole area on the right of this plan. And that's the area that I'm talking about tonight. So we're only really talking about, and I can kind of highlight it or whatnot, but it's basically just to kind of, I don't know if you guys can see this very well, but just basically this whole portion right in here with the mini storage buildings up here, and then we have like 3 lots broken off of that cul-de-sac down there. So,
you're looking at 25 acres, right? This
right,
section
exactly,
here.
that 25.57 acre piece of land. So essentially what I asked, if it was okay if I came in tonight, we want to look at doing in conjunction with, at the end of Oak Lane, doing essentially a 3-lot subdivision over there. And the 4th lot of the subdivision would be a commercial use on the Route 5 end of a mini storage type facility similar to what's on the 202 end of Hannaford down there. And basically, just kind of wanted to get your input. I know there's been a lot of development here. I don't know if some of you were on the board when this other land was developed, or whether like Deer Acres or Birch Acres down below. But whether there were any particular issues that we need to be sensitive to, or whether there was any particular, be it drainage or be it environmental issues or anything like that, that we just need to be aware of, so that we can kind of look at those now, rather than me just shipping this to my engineer and having him spend, you know, $30,000 and find out we have a 3-toed skunk out there or something that, you know, and we do our due diligence as far as writing letters to the state and making sure that, you know, everything that we need to do, historical and that sort of thing.
Where was it? Where was the library land up there?
So if you cut that remaining lot off from Oak Lane, you have access from Route 5? Is that what you're saying?
The 3 lots that we're proposing to cut off, I think this plan, I think I have a full-size plan of this. Or maybe I don't, maybe I lied. But the 3 lots that were on that small plan that you have, that are gonna be cut off of here, are on an existing cul-de-sac that's actually in place. It's actually paved and in place. That was done years ago when Oak Lane was put in there. One of the things that we didn't do is, sometimes things change. I know that like in Biddeford, for instance, they want to see hammerheads instead of cul-de-sacs. And a lot of towns are realizing that cul-de-sacs are difficult to plow, difficult to deal with, so they're going back to hammerheads. This one here is a cul-de-sac that's existing in place. So we just figured we'd use the existing structure or whatever that's in place and come off of that with our 3 lots. And then that 4th lot is essentially, any access to that 4th lot would be coming in off of Route 5. We have to get a DOT state curb cut to come in off of Route 5, which we would have in hand when we came in for a sketch. But, you know, we would have all of our site distance information and stuff like that. And this is not really an issue out there. It's straight, flat as a pancake and everything else.
What is your frontage on Route 5?
We have 517 feet of frontage on Route 5. And part of that frontage is a CMP easement that goes through the edge of the property on the far end of it. And so basically, like I said, I'm kind of here before you to kind of introduce this plan a little bit and to get your feedback, so that when we come back to you, we'll have a decent plan for you to look at, and also try to address any concerns that may have taken place in previous development. I know, you know, this middle school development is fairly recent, but if I'm not mistaken, I think Deer Acres and Birch Acres are kind of older projects and stuff. So that's kind of where we're at. I got an email from Patty that I can share. It's basically, you know, the
We don't have it.
determination of.
Yeah,
What's that?
well, we have it.
Oh, you do, okay. Well, it basically says that, you know, determine that the project shall be reviewed as a PUD standards incorporated into that review process that will be, fill out the subdivision application and go through the process and whatnot. So that's her job, that's what she's differentiated
Oh,
and
that's his
stuff
job.
as far as determining that. So the point is I just want to talk to you about it and see if we do this and we follow this standard and we bring you an application.
What's the size of that cul-de-sac?
The size of that cul-de-sac,
50
I-
foot.
I think it is. I think it's like, I think it's actually like 75 feet probably, like from one end to the other. Because it's a 50-foot right-of-way in there. I think the paved area is probably 45 feet maybe, you know? Because it's not like a cul-de-sac where you've got the center is gravel, it's
Right.
just paved.
Oh, the whole thing is.
Yeah, the whole thing's paved. So,
Have to get Matt in there to make sure you can turn his new trucks around and stuff. Make sure it's big enough.
Are you gonna meet the 3 residential lots, are you gonna meet front lot size? And are you gonna be able to get a house with setbacks on especially like the lower lot?
yep, basically, that's a great question, and that would be something that we'd have to prove to you that we could. But yes, I don't think there's gonna be any problem in meeting setbacks and getting a dimensional layout that we can set a house in there properly and stuff. Well, on the smaller plan, you can kind of see it. I apologize, I thought I brought the bigger plan, it was already, but on the one on the right, it's got quite a little area there near the road, and you'd have a nice little setback. These ones here would probably come back from the cul-de-sac a little bit before they'd have the building envelope in them. But we would obviously have all of those setbacks in place when we bring the thing in front of you as far as what our size of our building envelopes are gonna be and stuff. And, you know, sewer, septic, water, anything else that's required. I know that they've redone some of the drainage area out on Old Elford Road. I don't know if that drainage issue's out that way, but,
You don't know if there's drainage issues on
It's
that?
definitely drainage.
what's that?
You don't know?
No, I said I don't know what the drainage issues are. In other words, I don't know what they had to do to correct that, so.
Wow.
Because I know where the water's building up, but I don't know, I just saw that they were putting in a culvert or something, I don't know, across the road, but I went down Oak Lane, it didn't seem to be just high water table in that area. Most of the houses are set up.
Put it underwater if you want.
What's that?
I can show you pictures of it underwater if you want.
Oak Lane?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
well, that's what I'm saying, that's why I kinda here, just to see, you know, if there's any issues that
And
you guys are aware
that
of.
part where you're putting the storage buildings, those would be on a impervious surface, to be a...
They'd have to be elevated and on gravel and probably paved around the storage area, and we'd have to obviously provide you with drainage that keeps it on site.
Drainage is gonna be the big issue.
Oh, yeah. We just
For those
shut down
3
a
lots and
library for
anything you do on
drainage,
Route
so.
5.
Now, was the library an issue as far as drainage goes, or?
Oh, I'd
It
say
will be.
It will be, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think the library hasn't come in, but the school was
Oh,
a
the
major
library-
issue. and
the library's gone.
There's a whole issue
Land's
going on
gone,
with
Yeah.
that,
Doug, I think.
especially on Birch Lane and those side streets up in there.
yeah, yeah. And that's why we really didn't, you know,
I would suspect any project you do that abuts that property would be fairly well contested
Yes.
from the neighborhood.
on coming in from Oak Lane?
Yeah, anything going
Anything in
on,
there.
anything in that neighborhood.
Okay. No, that's good. I mean, I'm glad to be honest with me, and that's good. That's all. That's what I
Yeah,
want to
mean,
hear.
You're gonna have to do your homework on the drainage and the drainage issue and pretty much swear to your
Okay.
first 3 born that there won't be any water
Yeah,
coming off
I
that
don't got any
property.
more coming, so or they're already gone. And you can have them. But
I don't want them, I'll get them.
you know, that's what kind of basically what this land is the remaining land that Dayton Sand and Gravel has. The you know, the part out by Route 5 is really the main focus of what we'd like to do. The back area is land that we kind of have, and I think that Rusty is not going to, you know, it's not his style. He's not gonna go in there and make waves to get 3 lots, but he just basically wants to, you know, so I mean, if it's more or less doing 2 lots and doing a drainage area to try to accommodate some of the water that's on those properties or whatever, I mean, I don't think that's a big issue to them, it really isn't. It's more the, you know, use of the commercial on the Route 5 area. And that's why we kind of, you know, you can see we're not using a lot of the lot, because basically we, you know, probably have to put some detention ponds back there and stuff like that, to try to hold in some of that water, so.
So that would be private wells, most likely.
I think there's town water.
I think
Those on
water-
the Alfred Road, right?
I think it comes down to the school off of Route
As far as
5.
the school.
So I can't, I have no idea on that one, sir, but I thought that they brought town water up for the school, but this comes in from Route 5?
Comes- I believe it comes in from Route 5.
Comes down
Okay.
Route 5.
Yeah, so probably those lots, those single lots would have wells,
Wells.
and the other one would have town water.
I'm gonna say with a straight face, you really need to do some homework on that in water, in wells, and some of the issues in the last couple of years, let alone the last 20.
Okay.
Because you will have people showing up.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Believe me, I understand. I've been doing this for a while, and nobody wants to see it in their backyard. That's fine.
Oh, no, it's,
And I'm
It's
not, and
worse
I'm not
than
so
that.
sure it's so much in NIMBYism as it is issues that they've had that have been justified
Right.
or not justified, I guess. I don't know.
Sure.
Just walked up tight road.
It is flat over
It's a
there, and I
serious
mean, it's
water.
kind of one of those things where
And there's a high water
there's not a
table.
lot of place for water to go when it's flat,
It's-
you know what I mean? So-
it's not flat. It's like,
What's that?
it's not really flat.
Yeah, it is.
It's a
No,
little
it's,
both.
I mean, that whole area, I mean, my
Yeah.
kids go to the middle school and stuff, and, well, they did, and,
Yeah.
you know, so. Okay, so really the drainage is the major issue that we gotta look at and stuff, and,
Absolutely.
yep,
That's where I think most of your issues are going to come in.
okay. And you're thinking mostly towards the back of the property where those
Oh, I think
residential
both.
lots are?
Yeah, that's your
Yeah.
definite focus.
Right, okay. No, that's good, I appreciate it.
I think your commercial end of it is gonna be pretty straightforward.
Right, right,
You're gonna have to demonstrate that anything you do there will not influence the water flow or increase the water flow or
Right.
change it.
right. Right, we gotta do those calculations for sure, yeah. Okay, good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good evening, John.
Yep.
Thanks for coming in.
No, I appreciate you guys listening to me, and go Bruins.
Next on the agenda is Hollis Planning Board would like to set a joint meeting with us. They meet second and fourth Mondays of the month.
Which is Hidden Brook? Is that the one that's going in off of like Deering Ridge, at the end of Deering Ridge?
I don't know, is it
I see him punching a road back in.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was.
the one they're
I don't know
cutting
what
in
it
now
is
with their login?
Yeah, the one that,
I got a road in there now.
Brook is the one that was approved by Hollis a few years ago, and the guy had a piece of property out behind it. We went on the
where is it
sidewalk.
near?
It's in Hollis.
Thanks. It's
Well,
probably
if
next
you
to
go all the way
Waterboro
up
too, right?
Townhouse, yeah, just one lot though. If you go all the way up Townhouse to get to the Hollis line, there's 3 trailers, and those are the 3 front lots, and then he wants to add the lot that's behind them, and that's in Waterboro.
God, I can't think.
On the left-hand side?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll pass your house?
Up by, almost by White Bridge, not White Bridge Road. White House Road, thank you.
I've got the plan on the
Almost
other one.
diagonally, directly across the street from White House Road, you'll see the small trailers. What is the board's pleasure regarding the Hollis Planning Board's request?
When they say they want to do it,
They said they want to do it, their meetings are the second and fourth Monday of the month, and our meetings are Wednesdays.
And I'd suggest that you do, you know, I can give them like June 28th and July 12th, because I think that maybe the second Monday, wrong days, second Monday, which is the 13th, is too close for them. So it would be, and I said June 27th is the fourth Monday, and the second Monday of July is the 11th.
Could we ask that this be the first thing on their agenda?
Sure.
I typically work Monday, so it could be any Monday.
And I typically don't.
I guess the question is, do they just need a rep from our board, or do they
No.
need the whole board?
They wanna hold a joint
It's
meeting.
a joint meeting.
They need a quorum,
So you need a quorum.
because I could do it anytime.
I guess you gotta schedule it and I'll book it in.
The first Monday is July 4th.
Well, let's not do it on July 4th. Well, let's do it on
Yeah,
July.
that's-
Tell them it's
that's
fine, the first Monday is fine. July 4th.
July
How does that
4th.
set with
They
it?
do second and fourth Mondays.
Kidding.
Oh, July 11th.
Ah, you're fun.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
Not for you.
Or you want to try for the 27th? of June?
How about if I suggest either one of those dates to them, and whichever one
See
works
which
for
one works for
I'm
them.
actually not working on the 27th.
them?
You're actually not working with you.
Well, I'm actually not scheduled for
Oh,
it.
okay.
I want to say and rephrase it, because we all know how that changes in my job.
Yeah,
They will come here for the next meeting.
yeah.
All right, so Tina's going to work on that. I'm going to move down the agenda to new business. Hearing none, I'm going to move down to the next item on the agenda is adjournment.
So moved.
Second by Tim. Any discussion? Tom, do you have anything you want to say? Thank you, Tom.
That's it.
Oh,
Good.
sorry.
All in favor?
I'm gonna take this one, on the term Hollis proposal, something for the board to think about. When and if he does come forward with that storage bin proposal, rough calculation, he's looking at 3 to 4 acres of impervious surface for the
For
storage bin
this
area.
guy?
Yeah,
He has no clue.
yeah, I don't think he does.
Number one. Number two, what the hell is he doing coming before us and not going through you?
Well, he called Patty, he called me, he emailed me, but
Don't we have processes and procedures now for all of this stuff?
in theory, Frank, but not always in practice.
I think it's good.
In any case, it helps the board get acquainted with a project, and there's a lot to think about on those storage bins. Here's a couple things. On the drainage, which you've all impressed upon him, it's definitely going to take a full-blown drainage study.
Oh, yeah.
And it's, the other thing is that here's a perfect opportunity to link 5 to the old Alfred Road with a utility easement, and that should be a requirement. You don't get many opportunities where you can have a designated utility easement, and that utility easement, at some point in Waterboro's life, you're going to need to connect the water loop.
Oh, I can
That
tell.
that used to be a requirement on subdivision. I know we called them on it once.
And it's a perfect opportunity, so I just wanted to raise the red flag on that, because if you make a wide enough utility easement, then at some point in time, when there's a water master plan for the community, either done by the town or by the district, or both, that's going to be probably a good opportunity to loop
You
everything.
know, a water master plan for the private water district we're talking about? I almost corrected him on that. I'm tired of hearing this being public water. This is not public water. This is a private water district
For public use.
For public use.
for public use, but there's a
Yes.
big difference.
But we collectively, staff and board, have a public responsibility to make sure that we can have infrastructure designed for the future. And I throw that out as your planner, be thinking ahead, and that's a legitimate and fair request to make on this particular site. Gets it from point A to point B.
You're talking about continuing that CMP easement down through?
No, something,
No.
it could be, it could be a sided.
We should be talking with him here.
Well, no, this is just kind of staff talk with the board, which we can do.
Well, we're talking a specific project.
But he hasn't submitted any plans yet, he's just kind of shown you a concept. And so it's just something you may want to keep in mind.
All right. Any further discussion? All in favor of adjournment, please, by raising your hand. Opposed? Kurt, you want to stay?
Stand.
Did we pick up time?